This programme is sponsored by Bet365.
Welcome back, everyone. So much has changed since the last meeting between these two clubs in November. Both of different coaches for a start. Gattuso and Iachini replacing Montella and Bucchi. But whilst Milan have kicked on greatly since, Sassuolo continue to struggle.
Over the weekend, Crotone winning, Verona winning. As you said, Spal got a point as well, so now Sassuolo on 29 points alongside Chievo. All of a sudden, there's a little bit of pressure on them. I think they'd take a point in the San Siro if they can get it, but they're going to have to grind, they're going to have to work. And whatever they get tonight, they're going to have to earn.
It's Cutrone who's been picked to lead the line tonight for the Rossoneri, as he did against Inter in the derby. Check on the teams then. Two changes to the Milan side that began Wednesday's derby draw against Inter. Ignazio Abate makes his first league appearance since the 10th of February, while Lucas Biglia returns from suspension in midfield. Montolivo and Calabria drop to the bench. Sassuolo are without the suspended player of Claude Adjepong and Francesco Magnanelli. Rogerio and Sensi come in for them. Domenico Berardi towards what at one point looked such an unlikely top four finish. They've still got a lot to do. Can ill afford too many more drop points, but they still have a chance, and the results this weekend have been good for Gattuso, who says he wants his players to play with the dagger between their teeth, was the way that he described what he wants to see this evening. Hope's fate, but a top four finish remains the aim, so it almost goes without saying that they can't afford to drop points in this one. Sassuolo's position far from desperate, but it's potentially perilous. The pressure mounting week by week in Italy. The time for second chances is rapidly running out now. Points becoming ever more precious and sought after. And these two sides, Suso. They knew what was coming there, Sassuolo, and dealt with it. Bonucci.
Yeah, those three centre-halves, every time it goes wide, Suso are going really narrow.
Bonaventura. Abate's first time header had not been anticipated though by Suso. Musacchio heads by Pong. Nirola. Bonaventura's pass, it's Rodriguez. Oh, great ball! On how's that stayed out? It was Kessié, who rather than trying to head it, seemed to try and take it with his chest, and it was just kept out by Concili. Well, it would have been the lead for Milan inside a minute, and it should be the lead.
It should be, and I can't really give Kessié an out, really, because there was a delicious cross to the far post. It looked like, for all the world, just not at home. He tried to chest it, not sure why.
Çalhanoğlu, it is a fast... Acerbi now. He spent 6 months with Milan, the Sassuolo skipper. That was in the 2012-13 season. Just the 6 league appearances. But they look like they mean business, Milan, after the criticism maybe that they had for the draw with Inter. But Romagnoli seems to have a problem here. What a chance it was though for Kessié. Gattuso might have to start thinking about making an early change here. We'll see. It's already heavily strapped up, as you can see.
He's obviously carrying a knock, isn't he? I just wonder for the next minute or two, Biglia might just drop back one. It certainly looks like it's holding his hamstring.
He still seems to want to carry on, but if it's the hamstring, it's going to be very difficult.
Yeah, they've just gone to a 3 at the moment, Milan, but if you've got a hamstring injury, it's very hard to run off. They're in good form, Adam, aren't they? Unbeaten in 3, beat Udinese, drew against Napoli and Chievo.
It's been a wretched season for them, really, though, when you think of the high that they were on after playing in Europe last season, and the departure of Di Francesco has really rocked the boat somewhat. He's not going to be able to carry on. I don't think it's any surprise, is it, that Romagnoli is going to have to be withdrawn here. 2 options on the bench that spring to mind, Zapata and Musacchio. Why he went with his chest? Well, it was almost his neck in the end, wasn't it?
No idea, but a fantastic save from Consiglia. He thinks it's all in the back of the net, and he just with that left hand palms it away. It must have been very close to going over the line.
Well, it was heavily strapped up before the game, and now Romagnoli having to go off because of this injury. Musakia will replace him in the heart of the defence. He came on after 84 minutes against Chievo, that 3-2 victory. It's tended to be quite feisty, this fixture, by the way. It's produced 7 red cards in the last 9 meetings, so that's something for us to keep an eye on. There's Bonaventura, left here by Viglia, who's under pressure from Berardi. Berardi, by the way, who scored 8 goals against Milan and comes from a family of Inter fans who admire the likes of Ronaldo and Milito, so...
That's always a nice one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Coming into this game.
He'll...
Ability to play, but it'll just nag away at you because of the scoreline. And I think because of the fact that the chance looked so easy.
Bonaventura. Çalhanoğlu applying the pressure on Sensi. It's a rare start tonight, but to make the most of it, the former Italian under-20 international.
I think the system of Sassuolo with that 3-5-2 are going to depend on midfield runners. So every time it goes up to Berardi and Politano, they've got to keep hold of the ball and allow the midfield to try and get further up the pitch.
First corner kick of the evening then for Sassuolo. It'll be taken by Domenico Berardi. It's one of the training grounds as it's driven in by Sensi. Some way out for him to strike that though, wasn't it? This, the huge wins for Crotone and Verona, and Crotone know all about a great escape, don't they, after what they did last season? Beluso. This is
Barola down the right-hand side and Rogerio down the left-hand side. Sassuolo's wing-backs to try and get forward if they can.
Almost tried to chest it home, Kessié, when it was very much on for the header. He's been having a little bit of stick of late. Bonaventura off the Milan supporters, in fact. It was so newsworthy that Gattuso was asked about it in his press conference, and he said, when a player's getting stick off the crowd, it makes me want to pick them more to get them through it.
So do you think he's stubborn then?
Yeah.
I thought he played well in the Milan derby, Bonaventura. You know, Kessié gets forward, Viglia and Montolivo rotating positions are always holding midfield.
Said in the past how much he enjoys playing alongside Bonucci. Has probably not done it as much as he would have anticipated when he made that big money summer move from Villarreal. Sensi. Good ball there. It was intended for Politano and Bonucci took a touch. Politano's pass. Mazzitelli wanted the return. It came off the back of Acerbi. Peluso, a Juventus player. Renewed his contract till 2020 earlier this year. Peluso. Sousa. Crotone had it calling for it, arm aloft, but goes inside to Çalhanoğlu, who'll drive one in, and it's swerving all over the place, I think, that, and Concili wasn't too short.
Yeah, it's almost, he plays like a sort of quarterback, Çalhanoğlu, great from dead ball situations, needs to do more in the 90 minutes.
And disappointed looking Romagnoli on the Milan bench, having been forced off with what looked like a hamstring injury early on here. It's Çalhanoğlu, though, who will take the corner. Sakio's head.
Yeah, not an easy one. They're on threat from... We're just shy of 15 minutes and Crotone hasn't really had a touch of the ball so far. Has been starved of any service.
Seven league goals this season for Crotone. It's been in talks over a new deal. The length of that would be until 2023.
Yeah, not great
this season. Here's Sousa. Amazing that, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Suso, that's a good cross. He's going to come over here to Çalhanoğlu. Rodriguez. Musakia. He's been saying, Suso, that, very honest, he said that he'd prefer to finish fourth and get in the Champions League than he would to win the Coppa Italia, which of course they're in the final of Milan. I don't see why they couldn't do both, but anyway.
It's a big call to choose one or the other.
Here's Kessié to Çalhanoğlu. Well, fair play to him for answering the question. Honestly, would have been one to swerve maybe for some.
I don't think he'd win.
Some you can almost see stepping forward for it, and others shy away a bit. Depends on the character, I guess.
International duty is always the hardest, because you always, especially with the Scottish press, they always look as though they're trying to pick a little line for you. It's like you can't win.
Lemos, one of those forward here. Free, marking out the... Bonucci's clearance. He's found Suso, whose first touch wasn't brilliant. Put out a play by Pelusa. Still far from safe, Sassuolo, but there have been, as Don was saying earlier, signs of improvement, and beaten in 4.
They fired the foul quite well. Rodriguez bounced a nice little wall pass, little 1-2. He certainly got clipped from Mazzitelli.
Well, with Çalhanoğlu and Rodriguez in the side, they're always a threat from set pieces, the Rossoneri. San Siro still awaiting the opening goal here with almost 20 minutes on. Sassuolo looking to go 5 games unbeaten for the first time this season. They can avoid defeat at San Siro. As I said, they have been drawing a lot of games of late. Rolli gets it wide here to Rogerio, who saw the gap to try and exploit. Played more minutes than any other outfield player for Milan this season from Kessié. It's a long time for a combative player, as he can be, to be on a yellow card this. The smallest players on the pitch, Suso will be the one-man wall for Milan. Musakia. Suso spotted Biglia, and can he get the pass through here to Cutrone, who'd made a good run? Still might yet come off for Milan. Kessié. It's a great run that by Cutrone, if the pass had been good enough to find him. Suso. Headed clear by Acerbi for Sassuolo.
He put the block on Acerbi, done really well, because as you said, it was good movement. Clever little ball from Suso. Little flick around the corner from Biglia, nearly come off.
Was Lemos.
Good defending again from Lemos. You see Kessié with a little flick on, knows exactly where Cutrone is. Takes a nice little touch, maybe slightly ambitious.
Suso. It's a deep cross towards that back post, where it's brought down by Bonaventura, whose cross was good. Musakia was up from the back, placed back in there by Suso. Bonucci brings it down. Well, they're having a go, Milan.
They are.
Musakia, who's closed down by Berardi. The 19-year-old Donnarumma here. His first start since last summer for Italy against England. Cutrone. Suso. Biglia central. Here is Biglia, and it's back for Suso, and on the outside goes Abate, but Suso goes inside and bends one, and Concili palms it away. Rogerio, now Rolli plays it against Abate.
When you've got a winger playing this well, as in Suso is, you're Biglia, Kessie or Bonaventura just keep feeding the Spaniard, because he started so confidently.
Bonaventura. Lemos here. Plays it to Paul Lirola. And now it's Sperardi. But Milan quickly win it back.
Sassuolo on the counter-attack. They're getting the ball wide and putting in some dangerous crosses. I think their game plan's been good. They're allowing Milan to have a lot of possession in these sort of areas, which is not hurting the away side. And they're squeezing them a little bit better in and around the halfway line.
Cherby heading behind. It's far from a free hit, this for Sassuolo. They have the poorest home record in. Berardi sent back forward by Rodriguez. Decision's gone against Çalhanoğlu.
Silly foul to give away. Just stay on your feet. You've got the defender penned in. Don't give a cheap foul away. Easy for the referee, that. And this is the work from Suso, who's done really well. He had good runners going in that 18-yard box as well. The goalkeeper, Consiglia, done well keeping his eyes on that. Far too many managers of late.
They can get some consistency and continuity. Surely it can only help a club that's had so much upheaval in the last few years, as Rogerio showed a yellow card.
He just gets too tight there, Rogerio. Clear foul on Suso.
Isn't it? And, well, the deliveries from wide areas have been really good for Milan tonight.
Fantastic free kick. I couldn't see in real time there was any contact on Bonucci. It looked like a Cherby that got lucky. It could have been a foul, it could have been a penalty. The referee spots that. I don't know why Bonucci's holding his face. He didn't get contact in the face. It was more of a block off.
The referee couldn't have been in a better position to see that, could he?
Difficult for referees when there's so many bodies and so much.
Lemos is making only his second Serie A appearance today, the Uruguayan for Sassuolo. Çalhanoğlu slowly growing into that number 10 shirt. Comes with a real weight, I should imagine, when you play for Milan.
So
Matteo Musacchio. Abate. Milan's ball as Kessie makes a good run. Çalhanoğlu will take the corner kick here. Belia stood just towards the edge of the area, as is Suso. Good defensive header by Lemos. It's Politano looking to use his pace against Rodriguez here. Mazzitelli has spotted Berardi. Berardi couldn't get the crossover, prevented towards goal.
Well, he did recover well, but all stemmed from seconds earlier. Donnarumma punching something when 99 times out of 100, especially in training, he would easily get hold of the first one, spill that one, done really well with his right foot to clear the danger. This was a quick thinking from Abate on a throw-in. Just wonder if Kessie could go across the near post there. In the end, he's trying to manufacture something on the angle.
You can see how frustrated Cutrone was as well there, that he didn't get the pass. Pierre. And then next Sunday at 5, it's Juve against Sampdoria on BT Sport 3. So with Napoli playing earlier, it would mean the gap at the top could be down to a point by the time that Juventus host Sampdoria. Best title race of the major European leagues this season in Italy, and the race for the top 4 and the relegation battle all tight as well. It's going to be a brilliant end to the season, and we'll have it all. Good movement here by Bonaventura. cross measured by Çalhanoğlu. Susso's at the back post, and Bonucci. Keeping the pressure on here, Milan.
Yeah, I think Bonucci was just waiting for any sort of contact. He was very willing to hit the floor and try by a penalty.
Thought about it, didn't he?
Time.
How quickly Gattuso wants it back in play. Intense as a player, intense as a coach as well.
It's a good period for Milan, this.
Cutrone, Kessié, Cutrone. Well, Cherby's playing well at the back, and he's going to have to, the way that Milan are having a go here.
Certainly is. He hasn't given Cutrone a kick so far. Yep.
Yeah, change of studs required at half-time. Given away that. Misiroli.
The away side are certainly getting back into shape. Every time they lose the ball, they've got good numbers behind the ball. They're making it hard for Milan to try and pick any passes.
It's Paul Lirola who was unable to keep that in. Hard to imagine Sassuolo going down when you remember the huge positivity around the club when they qualified for Europe in 2016, competed in the Europa League last season, a campaign when Milan didn't feature in Europe. That just shows how far Sassuolo have come as a club, maybe how far or how Milan have regressed, I suppose you could say as well.
Sloppy, Bonaventura. An easy 2-yard pass to Çalhanoğlu.
Well, he was the player who I was talking about earlier, Don, who Gattuso said, look, the crowd are getting on his back a little bit at the moment. He was really publicly backed by Gattuso. I just wonder, as a player, you know, when you know that every misplaced pass is just going to get that bit, how much does he find Suso? Cutrone in the middle. Suso pulls it back here to Biglia. Abate, Suso. They've got a corner out of it.
Yeah, can't quite help but think every time Milan get the ball down that right-hand side, and Suso is trying a few tricky little passes. That one to Abate, he'd be better off getting it out of his left foot and putting it in the box. There's good runners in there.
Cutrone's taken up some good central positions and not been picked out at times. Kessié. Milan pretty dominant, but unable to find a way through yet.
I remember Graham Sharp telling me Peter Birgui put about 15 years in his career, the amount of runs that he was making, because Peter Birgui used to just chop all the time. He never put it in the box.
I remember Peter Birgui, yeah. Here's Politano, good run by Misiroli. And he got him behind.
Half a chance, not easy on the angle.
Here's Bonaventura. Rodriguez, that's a good ball into such a dangerous area. That's the sort of cross that Cutrone would thrive on.
Exactly. And it's good that it's come from Milan's fullback, Ricardo Rodriguez, because he's good at that once he gets high up the pitch. But good delivery.
Çalhanoğlu. Musacchio's header was easy for Consigli. Arriving at the back post, but now Milan can counter. Çalhanoğlu approaching the final minute. Normal time at the end of this first half, and there's more groans from San Siro.
Yeah, and that's sloppy as well from Çalhanoğlu. Such an easy pass, 15-20 yard pass to try and find Cutrone's feet. Sloppily gives the ball away, puts it out of play for a throw-in. Give him a rascal of a pass, didn't play it along the floor, just chipped it, so it bounced in front of Donnarumma.
Sousa, Cutrone and Çalhanoğlu wait in the middle. It's the cross to the back post, it's Çalhanoğlu. Two minutes to be added on. Most of it, I would imagine, because of that injury early doors to Romagnoli. Rushed to take the free kick, but it wasn't really on for it. Rodriguez with Bonaventura on the outside here. Just over a minute of the first half to go at San Siro. Sevilla was missed in the game against Inter. She was out on suspension. Here's Abate. Suso. Breaks for Kessie.